This is your daily horoscope and energy reading for August 1st. He's missing his mama. Mama's been doing too many videos. Can you guys hear him purring? He's like, Mama. It's because we're fellow kitties, you know. We're having this inner kittiness right now. Okay, guys. Let's talk about today because we have the moon moving into Pisces. And anytime the moon moves into Pisces, we're talking about getting more in touch with our unconscious realms, with more of our intuitive side, with our psychic side as well. Now, for some reason, when I felt today, and I can't quite totally understand what is going on. Here's what I see. I see tons and tons of personal power in today. If you do this right. So I want to talk about the squares because they are jumping at me for a minute. And then I'm going to tell you how to overcome these squares because I honestly don't see them as bad. So we've got the moon in Pisces squaring off with Saturn in Scorpio. Now, I don't think this is entirely a terrible energy because here's the reason I say this. Scorpio and Pisces energy understand each other. So, and to be quite frank with you, when Scorpio and Pisces energy get in a little pissing match, guess who wins? Scorpio. And Saturn likes to win and be in control of the situation. So, and Pisces is extremely mutable energy. So you're going to have these emotional based reactions, but Pisces energy is going to back down and it's going to say, I never looked at it like that because it's the oldest and wisest energy in the zodiac. And you have the energy of the 8th house, which is like that breakdown area where you lack. I think it's like the death area. I think it's like the area of where all your big weaknesses lie. And it's coming up against the 12th house area, which is that whole suffering area where you suffer the most. And so Pisces energy has learned to let a lot of that go. And when it's faced with the intense energy of like where we essentially where our essential biggest weaknesses lie, right? It's where loss lies, it's where oppression lies. It's where we really have deaths and transformations in that 8th house area. When it reaches our 12th house area, that's where we are like, I know we survived that before, and this is the tools that I use to survive those areas. Pisces energy can let this stuff go and really manifest the best intentions. It can fall into a sleep and it can see the outcomes, and it can have these highly intuitive responses to things, and it can see the outcome of things through psychic visions. So you're talking about today some very intense psychic energy happening today. If you are very into tapping into the higher power in energy and energy that really points you in directions and is not something that you can explain to the average person unless they have been awakened. This is the day to have those energies really manifest what they need to manifest in you. Another energy that keeps jumping out at me is that Pluto in Capricorn and Mars in Cancer are both going to be squaring off with Uranus in Aries. This is an ego-oriented energy. So if you have all of this insightful, introspective energy and it's spiritual, it's a higher power energy, maybe yourself isn't ready to get on board necessarily with, that sort of energy. And so you might have an interpersonal struggle with, these signs that you're getting. And, this all has to do with the spiritual levels that you are at. I think that if you are at a really good spiritual level, if you have embraced your awakening, that there is a spiritual power bigger than yours, then I think what's going to happen to you is this Uranus Aries energy is going to trine off with Mercury in Leo, Jupiter in Leo, and Venus in Leo. And you are going to have a powerful, empowering, self-authentic, motivating experience. You are all of a sudden going to have an awareness of exactly where you're supposed to go. And you're going to have an awareness, an unexpected, it's going to be an epiphany. It's going to be a life-altering moment where you just let stuff go and you move forward, a futuristic type energy. If you have not faced your demons, if you have not faced where you fall, this week was all about giving you enough power to overcome your demons, but still face them, right? But if you are stuck in not facing them and you want to hide and you want to retreat and you want to be all Neptune and Pisces, you know what? You are not going to be able to embrace the Uranus and Aries trine that's in Mercury, Jupiter, and Venus all conjuncting. Guys, why? If you have something you're trying to overcome, good God, there could be in this, if you've decided to overcome a demon, right? Something that takes away your personal power. And you are ready. And you say, you know what? It's not about other people, it's about me. I want this for me. You are going to have a trine today that's going to give you unexpected and self-fulfilling power. You know, it's going to give you options, opportunities. It's going to remove obstacles so that you can find resources to overcome this. It could be messages through friends. It could be messages through family. It could be messages through a program that your work offers that you can overcome this stuff. Guys, there is so much energy supporting you. And it doesn't have to be just for the people that are overcoming their personal demons. If you have overcame all your demons, oh my God, you are going to have glorious energy today. I feel sparkly energy for those people. I feel it different. For those people, it's going to be opportunity. It's going to be sudden job opportunity. It's going to be people appreciating your authentic message. If you have been working hard and overcoming slowly but surely, I know that for me, I have been, no matter what beats me down, I get up and I get up and do my readings. And I try not to let you guys know. And I do. I am honest about what I'm going through. But for the most part, I try to let you guys know that I'm going to beat it. And that's been my mindset. I think for those people, that is when you're going to have Mercury, Jupiter, and Venus all conjunct, right? If you have the power of how you think, your mind, your analytical process, your day-to-day routines, on board with Jupiter, the planet, the benefic planet that wants to give you everything you want, all the pleasures that you seek, right? All the romantic endeavors. This is time when love is in the air. This is time for getting what you want. Dream a big dream. This is time to rub Aladdin's lamp and have the genie pop out, and it's like, Prince of be fabulous, be Halia Babwa. And you know, it's Robin Williams jumping out and saying, you get 3 wishes, like, what do you want? That is this energy. And then you have Venus in Leo. This is a benefic energy. This is like, what pleases your heart? What do you authentically want? What gives you pleasure? Creatively, what do you want to do? How do you want to shine? How do you want to resonate with people? If you've been doing your job, this is a gift. Today is a gift. It's an unexpected gift. It is, yes, it's a very ego-oriented day. But you know what? We've been selflessly trying to figure out how we are responsible for everybody else's unhappiness. So I'm not feeling too bad that this week is about getting what we authentically want. Okay, there's a balance in all energy, and it's like, okay, I'm okay with thinking about everybody else all the freaking time, but then there's times where I've got to think, what makes me happy? What gives me pleasure? I want to kiss a guy. I want to know what it's like to just taste them and taste their kisses. and I want to feel safe in their arms, their big, huge arms. And I just want to know that again. And you know what? I did all the work. I've been celibate forever, trying to figure out why I allow what I allow in my life, right? Now it's time to get the pleasures of the flesh. It's time to get pleasure. It's time to feel romance and get it back again and light me up on the inside. And, all that needs to pay off. The work pays off. For the people that aren't working, you're going to have squares and oppositions in the quincunx today. Because you're living in la la land. You're not facing. You're escaping from your reality. You have been escaping from your reality. You've been running away from Saturn. Even though Saturn has been giving you obstacles and not allowing you to get away from things and has been telling on you essentially every time you turn around, you know what? You run away from it and you just pretend like it doesn't happen, and you go and you find a way to get around it. And you know what? For you, so sorry for you. You don't get this gorgeous trine, and you don't get this sextile that I'm going to talk about. So Pluto and Capricorn. Capricorn is about your future. It's about how you climb. It's about how you persevere. It's about your life path destiny. It's about pursuing that goal to get to the top, right? And Pluto is the planet of power, how you empower others, how you give your power away to others. It's about the darkest parts of you. It's about overcoming. Pluto is a dark little planet that's just a far out there planet that is very cold and isolated. So the most isolated, cold, darkest areas of you, it's facing that. If you can overcome some of the things that makes you isolate yourself, right? That makes you put yourself away from others, then that's when you can create. You can come closer to the warm. You can come closer to the sun, sweeties. Pluto is very cold and dark. It's very far away. It's far away from the sun. But we've got all this power in the sun, wanting to make you warm again, wanting to make you shine, wanting to make you feel the light again, wanting to make you feel the power of transformation from within. It's wanting you to overcome. It's wanting you to live authentic. Leo is all heart. It's childlike. It's sparkly energy. It's like, you remember when you were a little kid and you thought you could become an astronaut? It's that energy. You can believe you can become an astronaut. You don't care that maybe you don't have the funding, and maybe you can't pass that lab score, or you can't pass that math score, or that, you could never go to Harvard, or you could never, you live too far away, or maybe you have a family that you have to take care of. It's not about the nuts and bolts. It's about that desire, that taste in your mouth, just to be in outer space and flying amongst the stars and charting them and finding new universes. It's that authentic taste in the taste buds of your mouth to get what you want. That's Leo energy. And it's delicious. I mean, I live a Leo existence, and it's a delicious it's an optimistic energy, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. It can be very immature and childlike, and since I have a Gemini, I'm very childlike, but for the most part, it's a beautiful energy. Now, we have Pluto and Capricorn, like I was saying. It is going to be sextiling, delicious sextiling, Neptune and Pisces. So if you are grounded, and now mind you that Neptune and Pisces is in retrograde, so we're not talking about idealizing something you can never freaking have, right? I can't ever have Gerard Butler. I want to lick him, but I can't have him, right? I want to lick him like a lollipop. I would lick his toes. He's so pretty. But I got distracted because he's so cute. I might have to watch freaking Phantom of the Opera so he can sing to me tonight. I know. So pathetic. I love Neptune energy because I don't care that I'm pathetic. I just live in a fantasy Labra world. So you have Pluto and Capricorn sextiling Neptune and Pisces in retrograde. So let's think of something realistic, guys. We can't be an astronaut. But we can start a channel and be a healer. We can apply for different jobs. if we're not happy where we work. We can go back to school and we can start a new life path destiny. We can embark on a business on our own and build it from the ground up. Even if we're not successful, it feeds our souls. We can do all of those things. And those are very sextile type delicious trees that we can eat on. We also have the moon in Pisces. And this, I want you to understand, I want you to connect with the moon in Pisces sextiling Pluto. I want to talk about this energy. I want you to feel what I'm feeling. So when Pluto, the darkest parts of you, we want to regress and we want to hide from that. Pisces can open up very, very locked doors. Say you have repressed memories of abuse or repressed memories of, say you have some PTSD that that you aren't willing to open those doors because they ignite anxiety and, latent stuff inside you. I want you to use this energy to open up those doors, sweeties. Look, what we're aware of, we can overcome. If we're not aware of it, we can't overcome it. And I want you to use this. Look, this is a gateway to open, to let it out and let it go. It's like if we have inside us a little wall and we have little birdies in here, right? And they're trapped in this wall. If we just go like this, the bird's going to fly away. Okay? So if there's something that comes up, if Virgo energy, if this Venus and Virgo energy made you face some things that you have in the darkest corners of your mind and the demons, the darkest demons that you have in your mind, so what? We all have them. Don't worry about acknowledging the fact that you have weaknesses. There's not a human being on this entire planet that doesn't have something locked in this little door. So nobody is better than you. And don't you ever forget that. Don't you let anybody, just because you have an addiction or you have a issue that is not socially acceptable, you suffer from narcissism and everybody tells you there's no way that you can overcome it because you have narcissistic injury to the degree that it broke your personality. You have a sociopathic type personality. Don't you let anybody tell you that you can't overcome crap. I've overcome so many stereotypes. The amount of times I got my ass kicked as a kid, from my abusive father, I should have beat my kids. I've never once. I don't like to touch people in anger. I don't like to do things in anger. I don't like to respond to people in anger because I don't want to be my dad. Don't you let anybody stereotype you and say that because you fall into this psychological, category, right? That this is all you're going to be and it defines you. F that. Sure, fine. It defines you now. Let this Neptune in Pisces open that door. Let it out. See yourself. Look in the mirror. Acknowledge who you are. And then let it out and let it go. And use this Uranus in Aries trine to overcome it and give you unexpected results. You know what? Be the 1% that's different. I think they said something like 11% of narcissists overcome narcissism, and the rest are incurable. Well, you know what? I should have beat my kids a million times. I've never laid my hands on my kids in anger, ever. Not ever. In fact, I've never laid my hands on a kid in anger, ever. And my dad beat me horribly when I was little. So stereotypically, if I were to fall into these Freudian type concepts, I should have been this horrible person. And you know what? If I'm angry, I walk away. I don't talk. And if I talk, I say something and then give me about 10 minutes or 20 minutes. And I'm like, you know what? That was an incorrect response. It was an emotional based response. Here is my logical mind. This is what I expected to say. I apologize if I've hurt you in any way. And I retract what I say. And I really reflect because I don't ever want to be my dad. Don't let anybody trap you and make you believe that you can't overcome obstacles. You know what? You have past issues that you are facing today. Saturn and Scorpio is going to be squaring off with the moon in Pisces. Okay? So these are dark things. These are deep things. These are in the darkest parts of yourself. This is stuff that you are going to be dealing with on your own level. This isn't something that people need to help you with. Look, you are the only one that can overcome patterns of behavior. You can have every resource that is given to you known to man, but if you don't want it, you don't want it. And so I want you to really embrace today. It is a beautiful day. There is energy that is in opposition. Again, oppositions are just energies that go here that just want to be here. So I don't even want to talk about those energies, because if you are wise and if you respect energy, you're going to see this opposition. You're going to be like, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that my response to you signified that to you. Here's what can we do to meet in the middle? That's my favorite response. That's how I like to approach life, and that's how I overcome easily. I easily overcome oppositions. Quincunxes are a little bit more difficult. We do have a quincunx today. That is the Sun in Leo. It's going to be quincunxing Neptune in Pisces. So don't get too caught up in if you have a grandiose type of a personality, you're going to get your butt handed to you. I'm not going to lie. And it's going to take away your personal power. It's going to be quite unexpected. If you are not heeding these warnings from the universe that you need to change the way that you personify yourself as this larger than life person, when you know what, you don't have anything to give, really. Like, come on, you don't get it. You don't get to get away with that anymore. I mean, it's time for it. There's an accountability in the universe, and it's going to happen today. Saturn and Scorpio is going to be squaring off with Venus, Jupiter, and Mercury. So if you are one of those people that haven't been doing the work, guess what? You're not going to have a pleasant day, guys. For the people that have been doing the work, you are going to have the most delicious, benefic, gorgeous, self-fulfilling, yummy. It's like you just ate the most delicious. I love banana splits. Like, if you just ate a banana split, and there was that vanilla and caramel and maraschino cherry that you ate all at the same time. And then they just swirled around in your taste buds and they all melted together. And you had that perfect, delicious, bite. That's what you're going to have today. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into Annette's Astrology Corner.